Today I'm going to teach you all about the 3-act structure. This is one of the most well-known and widely used structures in storytelling, not just in film, but in theater, in books, and even in TV shows. And there's a reason why it works. It mirrors how we experience life. There is a beginning, a middle, and an end. So let's break this down properly so that you can actually apply it to your own work. Act 1 is the setup. Act 1 is where you introduce the world of your story, your main character, and the central problem that they are about to face. By the end of Act 1, your character has made a decision or something has happened that launches them into a new situation. So let's take The Matrix as an example. In Act 1, we meet Neo, or Mr. Anderson. He's a hacker living a double life. He senses something is wrong with the world, but he doesn't know what. Then he meets Morpheus, and he is offered the red pill or the blue pill.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
The moment he chooses the red pill, that is the end of Act 1. That's what we call the inciting incident and the break into Act 2. Neo has officially left the ordinary world behind. In a typical 90-minute film, Act 1 usually runs about 20 to 30 minutes. So in screenwriting terms, it's roughly the first quarter of your script. Act 2 is the confrontation. This is the meat of your film. In Act 2, your character is in unfamiliar territory. They are trying to solve a problem, reach a goal, or survive a situation. But it isn't easy. This act is full of complications, rising tension, and conflict. Every decision that the character makes creates new challenges. So, back to The Matrix. In Act 2, Neo is training. He's learning what the Matrix is, and he's trying to understand his purpose, and he's fighting internal doubt. Is he really the one?
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me!
Now in Act 2, there are 2 key moments. One is the midpoint, and this is usually a huge twist or reveal. So something that raises the stakes or shifts the story in a big way. In The Matrix, the midpoint is when Neo goes to see the Oracle, and she tells him that he's not the one. And that is a huge blow. It shapes how he behaves in the second half of Act 2. Then comes the second act turning point, which is the lead into Act 3. It's usually a low point for the hero. Things are worse than ever. In The Matrix, this is when Morpheus gets captured and Neo realizes he has to make a choice. He has to choose between himself or saving his friend. Act 2 is often where new writers get stuck. It's easy to start a story. It's even easy to imagine a cool ending. But the middle, that's where the hard work happens. This is where characters evolve, where the theme comes into focus, and where choices have consequences. Act 3 is the resolution. This is where everything comes to a head. The final confrontation, or the climax. Your character faces their biggest challenge yet, and either succeeds or fails. In The Matrix, Act 3 kicks in when Neo enters the building to rescue Morpheus. It's action, tension, purpose, and eventually the moment where Neo gets shot. And just when we think it's over, he rises, and after all, he is the one. That's the payoff. That's the moment that everything has been leading toward. Then we wrap up the story, not for too long, but just enough to show how things have actually changed. Act 3 is often about 20 to 25 minutes long, which is roughly about the last quarter of your film. So here is a quick recap. Act 1, set up your world, your character, and the problem. End with a choice or a turning point. Act 2 is the confrontation. This is where things get worse and the character is truly tested. Then Act 3 is the final challenge. The character transforms or fails to, and then we resolve. In Finding Nemo, Act 1 ends when Marlin loses Nemo. Act 2 is his journey across the ocean full of challenges, and Act 3 is the final rescue. Once you start seeing the 3-act structure, you can't unsee it. It's everywhere. And once you understand it, your films, even short films, will instantly feel more satisfying. Because structure isn't about limiting creativity, it's about guiding your audience through a journey. If you've got any questions or want help applying this to your own story, then drop them in the comments and I will help you out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.